With Petroware, joint interest billings are ready to run. No more processing, no more multiple steps for allocation. Petroware has already generated this for you. JIB is ready to run and any netting from revenue is set to go. This also means current reports for any owner are available anytime and payout is live too. Let's look and see how the joint interest billing module works.
Before processing joint interest billing in Petroware, you must set up your JB System defaults found under the JB System Utilities menu. This screen has a variety of options that you will make choices on. One important field is the company owner number. The code that is set here tells the system that this is the company owner and any expenses applied to this investor will stay on the books. Once this code has been set, it should not be changed. You also want to set your JB Accounts Receivable account and your JB Interest Income account. There are other options for the invoice and statements, whether you want detail or summary, and this kind of statement layout you would like. We have a variety of options from window and large business envelopes to duplexing. You also have an option for the statement, whether you want to print a statement, you don't want to print a statement, if you want a recap with the statement, or just a recap only. The bottom section is where you put your aging periods for reports and statements, and there's a message that you can put that you would like to print on the JB invoice statements. As you're entering transactions and accounts payable, when you add a production date to a transaction, it opens the bottom section where you can choose a lease and a well and a DOI. Once expenses are tagged to a lease and well and DOI and posted to the GL, they are sent to the JB processing system. This is the same on general journal entries. As you're entering general journal transactions and you put a production date, then you're able to put a lease, well, and a DOI. And once these transactions are posted, they're ready for processing on joint interest billing. One report that you want to run before you process your joint interest billing is a property cost statement. It shows you all the amounts that are out there, all the accounts that are set to have expenses for joint interest billing. And this is a chance for you to review your expenses. And once you run this report, before you run your billing, the amount and the amount left will be the same. This example we're going to have here won't be the same because we've already run processing. But you want to review this report to make sure you have all your expenses per well that you normally should, and review the DOIs that were set and the amounts. Make sure you don't have duplicates, make sure you haven't forgotten something. So this is a very good report to run every month before you run your processing for joint interest billing. Once you've reviewed your report and you're ready to process your joint interest billing, you go to your Print Invoices and Statements screen. This is where you put your beginning and ending date and the date of the invoice. You can run it by all owners, a billing group, or an owner code. And you want to run it in preview mode first so that you can review the invoices and make sure everything is okay. Once everything is okay, you can run it again in final mode, and this saves it for later reference. This is an example of the joint interest billing and what it looks like. This is an example of an AFE invoice that is included with the joint interest billing process. This is an example of a joint interest invoice where you have your investor code, the well, the invoices that are charged to that well, the investor's decimal, and their share amount of the expenses. So they have all their wells and expenses on a joint interest billing invoice, and then you have a statement that is for that investor. The statement shows by well the amount due for that month, the aging period for the expenses, and this is the owner recap. We also have some aging reports that you can run at various times, whether before billing or after billing. You have the summary JB aging report by owner. You want to run this after billing and match it to the general ledger. This shows any unbilled and aging periods for outstanding expenses. This balance should balance to your general ledger AR account. When you're ready to enter payments and people send you payments for their joint interest billing, you go to JB Cash Receipts, enter a new transaction, the check number, the date, and apply the payment. This is showing in red. It's not seeing any billed expenses for this investor. Let's try it again using another investor. In this investor, the payment was applied to their outstanding expenses. Once you've entered cash receipts and you're ready to post them to the GL, you click on Post Entries to GL and click on Post.
As you can see, PetrowareD's attention to detail and multiple features in our joint interest billings put us way ahead of the competition. Contact Avatar Systems today.